Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar party's billionaire life. Yes, you heard that right. Behind the walls of one of the world's most secretive regimes lies a world of champagne fountains, private jets, gold-plated daycare and nights that feel more like a billionaire's fantasy than a dictator's private life. This is the story the world was never meant to see, and yet whispers, leaks, and defectors have painted a picture of unimaginable wealth and unchecked indulgence. Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar parties, the line between reality and myth blurs, and the deeper you go, the darker and stranger it becomes. Picture this: a convoy of black luxury Mercedes, bulletproof and polished like mirrors, sweeping through the silent Pyongyang streets at night. Behind tinted windows, the chosen elite are escorted to hidden palaces where the music is loud, the lights shimmer, and every glass overflows with rare wines imported despite crushing sanctions. For the outside world, North Korea is famine, military parades, and propaganda. But inside these gilded halls, it's billionaire life reimagined. Not with Wall Street bankers or Hollywood celebrities, but with generals, pop stars smuggled in from abroad, and the hand-picked inner circle of a man who wants to be feared and adored. They call them pleasure gatherings, curated festivals of excess where power is measured not in policies, but in who sits closest to the leader's chair. Former insiders describe rooms packed with models, dancers, and musicians brought in to entertain. They describe banquet tables stretching endlessly, covered in sushi flown in fresh from Tokyo, caviar from Russia, and lobsters transported by private jets. To the world, these are luxuries untouchable for most North Koreans. But to Kim, they're simply Tuesday nights. And the money? That's the part that shocks even the most cynical observers. Millions of dollars funneled through secret accounts, illegal trades, and shadowy networks, all to keep the parties flowing. It's a billionaire life spectacle inside the poorest corners of Asia. The irony is almost cinematic. Social media users joke with memes comparing his parties to the Wolf of Wall Street on steroids. Except here, the stakes are nuclear, and the host isn't a reckless stockbroker but a dictator with absolute power. The mystery of these secret parties has fueled documentaries, gossip threads, and late-night talk show punchlines. But beneath the meme culture lies a chilling truth. These gatherings are not just indulgence, they're political theater. Who gets invited? Who gets ignored? Who dances? Who drinks? Who sits silently? Every action is monitored, every laugh calculated, every toast a test of loyalty. The parties are more than pleasure. They are tools of control, rewards for obedience, and traps for those who dare to falter. Now imagine being a guest. You step into a ballroom glittering with chandeliers imported from Europe. You're handed a glass of Dom Perignon older than you are. The music is blasting Western pop hits, secretly loved but publicly banned. Around you are powerful generals loosening their ties, singers performing choreographed routines, and at the center, Kim Jong-un himself, laughing louder than everyone else, a cigar in hand, his table stacked with delicacies. This isn't just excess. It's intimidation dressed as celebration. To refuse a drink is disrespect. To leave early is unthinkable. To outshine the leader, dangerous. And yet some nights feel almost absurdly lavish, like a billionaire's parody. Reports tell of exotic dancers in sequins, entertainers flown in from Japan, and even rare animals displayed for amusement. It's a twisted crossover between a royal gala and a Las Vegas spectacle. Except, unlike Hollywood parties where Instagram stories leak within hours, here secrecy is enforced with absolute terror. The cost of betrayal, immeasurable. Some guests who whispered too much later vanished, their names erased, their faces never seen again. Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar parties, The glitz hides shadows darker than any nightclub. But let's pause here, because this is the exact moment you need to hear the hook line again. Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar party's billionaire life. The words alone sound like a Netflix thriller, but they are real, lived, and whispered by those who risked everything to tell the tale. What makes these parties even more surreal is the contrast. Just miles away, citizens survive on rations, electricity flickers out at night, and propaganda blasts through radios about sacrifice and loyalty. Meanwhile, inside the walls of these hidden palaces, imported whiskey flows like water. Think about that duality. A nation starving in silence while its leader dances in million-dollar luxury. It's the kind of scandal tabloids dream of, except here it's shielded from paparazzi, hidden from hashtags, and yet somehow always finds its way into the global rumor mill. Defectors describe seeing pleasure brigades, groups of young women trained, styled, and selected to serve as entertainers. The language used is chilling, the control absolute. And yet to the regime, this is framed as honor, as privilege, as stepping into the billionaire life fantasy that so few ever touch. To the rest of the world, it's a grotesque display of power. The internet, of course, has had its say. Viral TikToks mock his obsession with cheese and liquor, Twitter memes exaggerate his yacht collections, and Reddit threads dissect every leaked photo like it's a scene from Succession. But beneath the satire lies unease, because this is a man with nuclear power, blending billionaire excess with dictatorial terror. The locations themselves read like fairy tales. Hidden mansions, seaside resorts built exclusively for his inner circle, even entire islands rumored to exist only for these parties. Satellite images show sprawling compounds with pools, sports arenas, and entertainment halls. It's like building a billionaire's playground in the middle of a locked country. When guests arrive, phones are confiscated, recordings forbidden, and yet stories slip through. One former staffer claimed the parties could cost upwards of $4 million a night, more than what thousands of citizens would see in a lifetime. And it doesn't end with food and drink. Kim's obsession with Western culture seeps into every detail. Hollywood movies screened on giant projectors, luxury cars displayed like trophies, even arcade games imported from Japan. Imagine stepping into a place where the outside world is banned, and yet inside its luxuries are worshipped. It's hypocrisy, it's indulgence, it's the ultimate contradiction. And it keeps happening, year after year, hidden from view but never completely out of reach for the gossip mill. At the same time, these parties reveal something deeper: paranoia. Because while the music plays and the champagne flows, everyone knows one mistake could cost them everything. Smiles are forced, laughter is rehearsed, loyalty is tested with every toast. Guests may look like they're living the billionaire life, but in reality they're surviving it. Social media may laugh, but inside no one dares. It's power wrapped in glitter, fear disguised as fun. And still, the world watches. Journalists piece together clues, defectors risk their lives to share whispers, satellite images reveal suspicious compounds. Netflix documentaries dramatize it, YouTube exposés dissect it, and TikTok memes parody it. The fascination never dies because the image is too surreal. A dictator living like a billionaire influencer while his people live like prisoners. And now, as we close, we circle back to where we began. Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar party's billionaire life. A phrase that sounds like fiction, like a viral Netflix tagline, but is tragically real. It is a mirror of wealth, secrecy, scandal, and fear. It is proof that power corrupts, that luxury blinds, and that even in the world's most hidden corners, stories always find their way out. Remember the hook line, because it's not just a title, it's a haunting truth. Inside Kim Jong-un's secret multi-million-dollar parties, the world sees billionaire life at its most dangerous, most scandalous, and most unforgettable.